it's Cindy from Pups and Crochet. I wanted to show you a yarn haul that I got about a month ago. And this is the best yarn. I love it. And it's so hard to find because you get so many, these little tiny ones when you buy it. And I'm like, okay, this is not good. But I did find a sale. They sent me an email as a flash sale for an hour. So I jumped right on it. And it is for Shrepjes. And this is the best yarn that I've ever crocheted with. I just wanted to go through the colors that I got with you real fast so you could see. These are huge. They have like 330 yards in each ball. So this one is, these are both, all of these are the same, just different colors. So this is called, a DK, and this name is Irk for this color. Then this one, and this one's called Tilburg. This one's called Hilversum, and it's a beautiful fluorescent pink, perfect for the 80s. This one is called Nanoki, and it's a beautiful, beautiful blue. And this stuff is so squishy. And here is another pink, just not as bright. This one is called Apolpodun. And as you see, it's a beautiful, beautiful width to use, or size to use. Then I have Adele. It's this beautiful blue. I don't know if that's how you say the name, but they're crazy names on here, but I love this yarn. I've had this for a while, and I was waiting till I got my YouTube up, and I had a problem with my phone. I couldn't comment on anything through this because whatever I pushed, I messed it up, but I finally got it all fixed. I can comment on everything, I can do everything, and I can post my videos and not lose them. Now this one is Bergen. It's this beautiful goldish color. Then I have Heirloom, and it's a beautiful brown. And this one is like a rust color. It's called Berda. This one is Middleburg. This one is Zen Dwarf. And this one's kind of like a mustard color. It's a Coverden. And I got one of every color on this sale. And usually these things are like $9 to like $12 for each one. I got these for $2.50 each, which is super cheap for this yarn. This is Antwerpen. It's beautiful purple. This is Amerland. It's this kind of greenish blue tone. And of course we had to get some pink. And this one is Amserfruit. Sorry, I kind of messed up the balls when I unpacked them. Then we have, oh, this gorgeous yellow. This one's called Brussels. Then we have white, which is called Wort. I don't know if that's their name of saying it, but it's white. And then I have this brighter yellow called Lerdam, which is just gorgeous. So that's my yarn haul for that one. Now, we're on to the 80s. Since I am totally 80s, still have my poof, still have everything the same. My sister got me these shirts that are half with the stripes. The only thing missing is the numbers on the front. Then I'm still looking for shirts like that. So here is what I'm going to do. I am going to show you each week a movie from the 80s that you really need to see. This one is called Night of the Comet. This came out in the 80s, and it was just an awesome movie. It's about two girls that live through the kind of apocalypse, if you want to say. And here's their pictures on the back. So if you ever want a good movie to watch, and it's from 84. So they lived through, because they were protected by steel, they lived through the comet that turned everybody into monsters. And it's just an awesome movie. They go through the mall, they go through all this. You get to see things. The clothes that they're wearing is awesome. And in the one part, towards the end, she comes out in these 80s shoes that used to be called, oh my goodness, now I forgot. I need to write my stuff down because it goes right out of my head. But they used to be the perfect brand. They were like, kind of like a boot and a booty all in one. Balloons. That was the name of the brand. And they were awesome shoes. If I would have known that they would stop selling them, I would have bought like hundreds of them. Because they're awesome. How can you beat the 80s? You can't. And if you haven't lived through it, I don't even know how to tell you about it, because it's just great. Everything about the 80s was great. You know, everybody, when you were in high school, you always had your oversized purse. And if you did not carry around this giant can of Aquanet and your pick, you are not cool. You were not the 80s. You had to have the puff. You had to have, big puff. And it went all the way around. Gorgeous. Loved it. So, I have a few things that I made. It's not crochet. I do cross stitch. So, these I made when I first started using a machine. So, excuse the pillows. You know, I'm going to change them. But there was a cartoon that I used to watch every Saturday. And on Saturdays, you got your cereal, you got your drink, and you crashed out in front of the TV. Because you didn't have a remote, you had to change the channel. You had 2, 5, 7, 11, 32, and I think there was one more, but I can't remember. And those were your channels. You didn't have cable. You just watched Saturday morning cartoons, and that's all you did. Nobody called you because everybody was doing the same thing. Everybody's watching cartoons. Then after the cartoons went off, then you went and played, did what you wanted to do. So there was one cartoon called The Shirt Tails. And they were a bunch of all these little animals that were detectives, and they'd solve crimes, and I loved them. They were my favorite. And I'll show you the one I had the biggest crush on that for a cartoon character. And Robert had actually found online for me someone that had a whole CD of the cartoons. So I love to watch it. Great. But the shirt tails had, I cross-stitched these and sewed the pillows. This is Bogey. He was the monkey or orangutan that was in the club. Then, this is my love, Digger. He is a mole, and they all lived in a tree house that had magical things going on inside there and stuff. This is Digger, and he was always my favorite. He was the one I was in love with. Everything Digger. I found a giant Digger. I got shirt tail hair clips. I have everything from them. Now this one is Rick. Rick was kind of like the leader of the group. Then we have Tig. And he was just gorgeous little tiger. Oh, and Rick was like a little raccoon. Then we had Kip, who was the baby of the group. Kip was a little kangaroo, and she was the baby, and they had to bring a girl in because they had to have somebody to go with Pammy. And Pammy was a koala. And she's just gorgeous, and I love her. And now she's dancing ballerina. So I cross-stitched all these. So my plan is to take away the pillows, keep this and make like a little collage kind of thing out of it. Because this is when I first started sewing. So, I mean, this is really, really old. But just so you know who they are, because they were the best cartoon, along with the Banana Splits and all of their shows. But don't forget Digger. Digger is the coolest. He rules. And so every week I'm going to bring you something from the 80s. A movie, maybe something else I had from the 80s. I still have everything from my high school days. I have all my prom letters. I have all my the little thing that was for our prom that had the whole menu on it. I have all my pictures. I have notes from every one that we passed during classes. And I kept everything. It's my secret little thing that sometimes I like to look back on. And then I go on my Facebook, meet up with some of my friends from school, and I show them a picture that I found to them, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you still have that. But yes, I do. Because it was the best time. Best friends, go to the mall. You know, after cartoons, you'd hop a bus. We grew up in Cicero and Bergen. So you would grab a bus, pay your 25 cents because you had your card for being in school. So you only had to pay a quarter to ride the bus, go to the mall. You could have $100. You could go in there, go shopping, get shoes, an outfit, everything, and still go to White Castles afterwards, after you've seen a show, a movie, and then you would just come home with bags of stuff. And then in the mall, they had a sticker store that was just like a little standalone thing that they have now, but they're like little stands. But this was a little square built-in stand, and you'd go in there and it was the sticker store. And you could get every kind of sticker, every kind of marker, all those scented ones that people used to just smell all the time. I don't know why, but they did smell good. And they really did smell like grape and cherry and all that. And the stickers, they had ones that were puffy, ones that when you moved them, the liquid inside would change colors. And you would just go in there, and everybody you passed a note to, you had stickers on everything. It was just awesome. And I just wanted to share that with you and show you part of my yarn haul. I have a few more that I'm going to be doing, and I'll get them out to you. And I hope all of you guys have a great day. And always remember, be a yarnaholic, because I don't know why. It's just a great thing. Never thought I'd love yarn as much as I did, but now with the grandbaby coming, and he's going to be early. He's all ready to meet the world, so we're waiting to see when it's going to happen. And maybe you guys can come with me, because we're going to do a field trip. So, just remember, 80s rules. And hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment, because now I can answer comments. I fixed my phone. And just tell me what you thought. If you remember things in the 80s and stuff, and the big hair and Aquanet and always having a pick, and that's what you did. It was the best time. If you remember that, let me know. Hit like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you. Have a good day, guys. Bye.